when something happens, people are like somebody walks by a kid in a classroom and does like that to him. And so then and people think, well, it's very clearly this kid's fault because he, elbowed that person. And I always well, why? Why do you suppose that happened? In extreme cases, then when you do a functional behavioral assessment, I fault how many schools and systems do FBAs, and that I look at it when I do FBAs as like a 24/7 sort of document where I will follow the kid throughout the school day from when they get on the bus or off the bus to when they get back on the bus. I work with families, and observe the child there, and then I work with the teachers, so all of it. And some of the things I ask are based on like the at the federal level, the PBIS kind of model that they've got for functional behavioral assessments, but getting to the why is critical. Now, in the case where somebody elbowed somebody, it was that they both lived in the same project, in the housing project, and there had been a feud and problem going on for like 2 days. And the last thing that the person that got hit did was something very mean to the student. And so you can't just like it's like the iceberg, you look and you see the top of the iceberg, but then all the things that are leading up to what's under that iceberg. Is the child sick, or were there issues and problems previously? One thing I always say is there's always a reason for the behavior, and just because you don't know it doesn't mean there's not a reason for it. And people always think, no, absolutely, I saw it in my own eyes, there's no reason, that kid was just being not bad, or something. And so I really feel like the first thing that parents need to ask when approached by the school, or about an incident, is to say, well, why do you think that happened? Tell me about why you think that happened. And then I also like to help parents say, make sure that they're telling you completely behavioral terms of exactly what the student was doing, not judgments or opinions, but to if they say your child is out of control today, and it's to say, well, okay, why do you think that is, and then what exactly were they doing? Can you give me an example of what they were doing? Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. They just had an attitude. And it's like, well, what were they doing? I mean, it's like you got to press to find the exact, because you can't get at the why if you don't know, if you don't kind of even know what the person was doing.